take those steps. Be on your way. Take those steps. When you have a dream, you gotta start. It's the only way. If you're gonna shine, and you're gonna shine, shine, shine. You're gonna shine. Hey everyone, welcome to the ranch. And we have a great show coming up for you tonight. Sorry for the delay. We had a little time glitch, but we are back in business. And we are on the search, spanning the globe, to bring you the best in Americana country music. Now, what we've been finding out is that there are pockets of great country music all over the place, and that it comes in all shapes and sizes. So that's really why I like this group that we're bringing on today, the Western Swing Authority. They kind of take country to different levels. So put your seatbelts on. We have Stacy here. Let's bring her on. She's in the green room. Hi.
Hi. You got me and my cat.
And your cat.
You
nice.
He's probably going to turn around at some point and join us.
Yeah, we have birds, we have dogs, we have all kinds of stuff here on the ranch.
That's awesome. It's so good to be here.
Oh, thanks for making it. I was worried about you there for a minute.
You know what? I was worried about me too. I went to sign in and it took me to a different page and I was completely caught unaware. And then I thought, oh no. I didn't think I was going to make it, but I did. So
nothing can freak you out than technology gone array.
Oh my gosh, it's the worst. And I am like, I feel like I'm a little tiny bit of a, I don't know. I'm a little ignorant to it. So forgive my tardiness, but I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you here.
Good to be here.
Now, Stacy, we're going to bring Shane on in a little bit.
Yep.
But we're going to start with ladies first.
Ooh, that means I can talk about him, right?
That's right. That's right. That's what he gets for being late.
That's right. That's what, you know.
So tell me about the Western Swing Authority.
Well, the Western Swing Authority is a 7-piece Western swing band from southwestern Ontario, which is kind of an odd thing to say right from the beginning. A lot of Western swing bands are based out of Texas or the southern U.S. And my husband, Shane, who's going to be joining us, is our fearless leader. And 15 years ago, almost, it'll be 15 years in April, we sat down and we were watching some stuff online, and he has always loved Western swing music, and it's been a huge inspiration to him. He's grown up listening to Bob Wills and Spade Cooley, and he hit this one unbelievable record that his folks used to play all the time at their dances, the Merle Haggard tribute to the best damn fiddle player in the world. That he did the tribute to Bob Wills, and he just kind of instantly fell in love with it. So for years before we even met, he was listening to this kind of music. And when we met, he was really into Asleep at the Wheel and, BR 549 and those really funky, amazing bands who were kind of taking Western swing to the next level. And that got me into it. I didn't know anything about Western swing music at that time when we met. But that was 27 years ago now. So I know a little bit more now. But yeah, so we were watching a video of the Time Jumpers, I remember, and we were sitting on the couch and he just kept on saying, man, I love this music. I wish there was somewhere to play it. We can't really play it anymore. They don't really play it on the radio. And I just looked over and I said, well, why don't you do it? Why don't you make your own band? Mm-hmm. And so he sent it an email, and the next morning we had a band of people, and our first time that we got together, all of us together, was the first time that we played a show. So,
oh my goodness, that's amazing.
So yeah, we got some really great people. Everybody did their homework, and we just went out and had a great time. And we played covers probably for the first year playing together, just getting our hands around the material and just enjoying the music. It's such a great genre, and it's really quite diverse. So we had tons of stuff to go to play over that first little bit, and then we started thinking that, if we want this genre to live forever, we're going to have to start adding to what we do and make sure that we keep this going. And we wanted to, so we write now, and we, for many years, we have 5 full-length albums out now.
Wow.
And all of them except that first one that we did have original music on there too. So we like to think that we're trying to create space for it to continue and even to grow again.
Oh, I love that, because you said, being from Ontario, there are myths that there's only one place for country music, for swing music, and we are blowing that out of the water, because there is great music all over the place. A lot of it in Canada. I'm finding great pockets in Europe where you wouldn't probably expect it. Even like Argentina, Brazil.
Totally. We were just down in Austin, Texas. I was nominated for an award last weekend at something called the Ameripolitan Awards, and which is an amazing group of people that really champion Western swing and outlaw and honky tonk, that kind of music. That, again, it doesn't get played as much on the radio. It's not commercial in the same way, but man, has it ever grown in the past 10 years. And some of the groups that were there and some of the individuals, I mean, we had Canada, we had US, we had Italy there. We had, one of the bands that won in the rockabilly category, I believe, was from Russia. So, I mean, it really doesn't, good music is good music.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where it comes from.
Right. Well, why don't we dig right in with your first song, which I love this video, The Happy Chickens.
Isn't that silly?
It's silly, but I love the graphics on it. I've always wanted to do that with one of my videos. And I love that you were bold enough to do that with a chicken video.
You know what? We went even bolder, which is hilarious. If you actually go and look at the iTunes, you know how when you go to the streaming platforms, you have that little tiny picture that is the artwork for the album. Well, because the album wasn't out yet, we had to make a picture for that single. So we got one of our friends to make the band into chickens. So if you look that up on iTunes, you'll see a little tiny button. And if you click on it, and you'll be able to see the picture a little bit bigger. There's a picture of our 7 band members on stage as chickens. It's very funny. And we have a t-shirt. It's very funny. So,
well, just so you know, we are going across 7 platforms, and everyone watching gets to chime in and have comments. We already had Chris, who was digging the 7-piece band.
Oh, wicked.
So again, feel free to join in, everyone that's watching, because we're watching Happy Chickens.
Awesome.
I like you up in my business.
You been strutting around with your free-range buddies out there on the ground. I've been cooped up in this haunted house, and I'm feeling mighty foul. From east to west, from nest to nest, baby cock-a-doodle don't cuddle up to me, honey, 'cause can't you see I got every little thing you want? Happy chickens lay more eggs. Hugger up that beak, give me something sweet, and I'll knock you off with them little feet. Wanna get lucky, there's some rule round rules and regs. Happy chickens lay more eggs. I tell you, now you and me, we used to be a spicy recipe. Hotter than the double high, that good old head bees. But you've been getting your kicks chasing other chicks, and I'm holding down this farm. You ain't home tonight before the daylight. There's a chopping block back behind this barn. Happy chickens lay more eggs. Bugger up that beak, give me something sweet, and I'll knock you off with them little feet. Wanna get lucky, there's some rule round rules and regs. Happy chickens lay more eggs.
All right, we are back on the ranch with the Western Swing Authority. Stacy is with us, and we are on Blast Music 24/7. It's a great indie platform. If anyone out there hasn't checked it out, if you want good indie music, or if you're an artist and you're looking for a platform that you could, have a great space to put your music, to represent yourself, Blast Music 24/7 is made for our artists, for artists. So it's a really great place to play. They have a lot of podcasts like this that showcases music. And they have radio stations that reviews music, and it's always bringing anyone up on the platform. So it's actually a really cool place.
Amazing.
So Happy Chickens, I have to tell you, my sister-in-law, they're out at the farm, and they decided they're going to raise chickens. I'm like, okay. My sister has chickens, and they're all over the place. This coop is like carpeted and air conditioned.
I have seen some of them before that are just, it's like the Taj Mahal.
I like, can I move in? Can I rent a room? Like, it is gorgeous. They have little play things, like little cat things, and it's air conditioned. I'm not even kidding. It's air conditioned.
That's incredible. My cousin has a couple of hens, and I've seen a lot of stuff online lately about people who are making snacks for their chickens, and that makes me just laugh. I'm like, here's how you make sprouted lentils to take out to your chicken friend. And man, oh man, people have gone a little chicken crazy, but hey,
Yeah.
whatever floats your boat, whatever
Yeah,
fries your egg.
I didn't even ask what they feed it. I'm sure it's some gourmet.
Oh, I'm sure, yes.
You mix, but they must be laying lots of eggs because
Only
Happy
the best
Chickens.
worms.
Right. The super crickets.
That's right. That's right.
Everyone's like, birds are so pretty and like they are vicious.
Well, and some of them are really fancy looking too. We went to this one place up in Prince Edward County a couple of years back, and man, some of them had better hair than I do. It was hysterical. And they've got the crowns, so like
Yeah.
feathers on the top, and it was really quite a
the tails.
Yeah.
Every year I'm in Pennsylvania in the United States. And we have the Allentown Fair, and it started as a livery fair.
Okay.
So you have chicken shows, you have guinea pigs and livestock, and that's what the Allentown Fair is centered around, and they still do it. The 4-H is still there, and then of course you have the music and the vendors and rides and everything else. But it was primarily a chicken show.
Amazing. Well, speaking of chicken shows, one of my favorite things at this Ameripolitan. So down, and they didn't do it this year. I don't know what ended up happening, but usually they do a show called Chicken Shit Bingo. And it's my favorite thing. It's my favorite thing in the whole entire universe. And the chicken goes around and poops on the numbers, and that's how people win.
No.
It's not a joke. It's the funniest thing ever. They sell hot dogs, and it's the best. It was the best fun we've ever been to at a night out at a pub. I swear.
Well, Chris White loved your song, top to bottom, and he's a hip hop artist, and he's digging what you're doing.
All right. Hey, as we said before, it doesn't matter what kind of music it is.
Yep, and Billy, he's tapping along, he's dancing along. He's great. So. Thank you, guys.
Oh.
So yeah, the chicken, it's a thing,
It's a thing.
They raise bees too, and these are in like the hives are like these, like the Taj Mahals of they have a lot of trouble with their queens. So
sometimes, yeah. It's been nice to seeing neighbors do stuff like that. I know our neighbors in the back are thinking about getting chickens too, so I'm sure I'll have some more stories coming right about what it is like to live right next to a chicken coop. But
Chris White wants to know who wrote that song. I want to know who thinks of these chicken songs. That's
all right. So that was myself and Shane and a gentleman by the name of Jason McCoy. He's a Canadian country artist who's fantastic. And we had this sign in our kitchen for the longest time that said "Happy chickens lay more eggs," and it was just like a little market sign, something you'd put up on your wall as a decoration, and it had a chicken on it, and I thought it was cute, so I was been hanging in our kitchen for ages and ages, and both of us thought for the longest time, we gotta write a song. That just feels like something, and Jason, who is he's I don't know if you've ever heard a band called the Road Hammers, but he's the lead of that band, and also has a fantastic solo career that's gone. He's a Canadian Hall of Fame member. Like, he's a fantastic guy. And a huge talent, like just excellent writer, incredible performer, all that. But he's got a silly side. And so when we had this idea, both of us knew that it had to be him that we had to write this song with. So
Okay.
Happy Chickens Lay More Eggs. That's a Stacy and Shane and Jason special, that one.
That's awesome. That is really awesome. Now, we are waiting for your partner in crime, Shane. So why don't we do this? Why don't we, I told him we would do videos until he got here.
Perfect.
So, and again, when you have 7 pieces, that have been playing together for a long time, your live videos are so on point. And I honestly, I get some that I'm like, okay, what am I going to do with this? But these are like on point. I got to enjoy it. So let's tell me about Roly Poly.
Roly Poly, that's a good old song, and we've been playing that one probably for almost as long as we've been a band. That might have been on one of the first set lists that we did, and it's just a great upbeat song. And we used it to finish every one of our sets for probably 5 or 10 years. It's been a staple. So lots of good fun.
All right, let's have some good fun. Roly Poly.
Roly Poly.
It's okay. Well, it can be an apple pie, and never ending banana. It loves everything from soup to oh, baby, daddy's little fatty. Well, I bet he's gonna be a man someday. One more time for Shane to say. For breakfast, has bread and jelly 20 times a day. But only it's a hearty dinner. Takes a lot of strength to run in bed. Well, it goes up weeds and does the chores, and that's both ways, all sorts. He wakes up and appetite not ready. Holy, daddy's little daddy. Yeah, I bet he's gonna be a man someday. Come on, man. See you in a few minutes.
And we are back on Rant with the Western Swing Authority.
Oh, that's so fun. That song.
Yeah, that is so much fun. Shane is going to be joining us any second, which will be really good. So we only have a few more minutes so we can talk behind his back.
What do you want to know?
Yeah, wait a minute. And we are doing it across 7 platforms. Our producers are the Blast Music 24/7, which is a really, really good indie music platform, which does everything they can to promote indie artists. So any indie artist out there looking for a home, like a home base to send people to look at their stuff, it really looks pro. And you have a lot of networking opportunities and a lot of support there. So
Fantastic. Way to go, Blast.
Oh, Billy was liking it. Put a saddle riding a range tonight.
Oh my gosh.
Billy.
That's hilarious.
Now, you guys didn't write that song.
No. That's an old standard. That's an old song. So much older than me. Although I'm feeling pretty old these days.
Oh, I'll tell you, with this technology stuff, that's easy to do.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So we were just laughing. Our daughters are both teenagers, and one of them's going to be an adult next month, and it's just making me a little crazy. It's coming so fast.
Oh, it does.
It really does.
Yeah. Are they musicians too?
They both sing. Yeah, they both love singing. They don't necessarily want to do it for a living, but they both love performing and different things kind of all together. But yeah,
Smart girls, right?
Super smart, super talented, super amazing. We've got the best kids out there.
Oh, it is such a tough.
Tell you.
It's a tough field. It's a tough business. It's always nice to have, a backup.
They got lots of stuff going on, so I think music will always be a part of their life. They're kind of stuck with us, so it'll be, it'll be in their blood and in their home, kind of forever. But yeah.
Oh, Chris White just followed you guys.
Yay!
You.
Amazing.
From North Carolina in the house.
Fantastic.
Used to be chickens on my grandparents' farm. You had me at Happy Chickens.
Thank you, Chris. You can find us a place to play down in North Carolina. I'd love to come.
Oh, there are a lot of great places in South Carolina. Allendale is one of the best.
Which one was it called?
It's called Allendale Green.
Allendale Green.
And it's an outdoor. It's an outdoor venue.
Okay.
It's on a Wednesday night in the middle of nowhere, and people just come, and it's a great venue.
That's cool.
So, I'm sure Chris might know some places in North Carolina too.
Amazing. Well, I'll write that one down.
Yeah. Great. So there's some country college radio stations too pick up a lot of this type of non-mainstream music. And it's funny that a lot of the country and modern country has found homes there.
Yeah.
And I kind of consider this, it's old but new kind of, modern country.
Yeah.
It's kind of marrying the swing and the country.
I think that's what we like to try to do. The genre of Western swing is so broad. It's got, it's got shades of country, but it's got a lot more jazz and swing in it than country. It's really just the instrumentation that's really traditionally country. So we've got fiddles and steel guitar and big doghouse bass and things like that. But it takes inspiration from everywhere. We've got.
Don't talk about him anymore. He's here.
Oh, she's coming.
Hey Shane, welcome to the ranch.
How are you?
I'm good. We were talking about we're stuck on the chickens, man. The happy chickens. And then we saw the video rolling fully. But the chickens are rolling tonight. I'm just telling you, I gave my girlfriend this big metal chicken for Christmas, and I thought it was the best gift she ever got. She just loves this chicken.
I'm not gonna lie, I just saw one at Costco last week, and it was this close to being in my cart. It was this close. Didn't happen, but
go get it.
There is still time.
So Shane, welcome to the ranch. We are on how many platforms? I think we're up to 8 platforms tonight.
Oh, wow.
We have our guests can interact, and you have new fans with Chris White.
That's
So
right.
we have a bunch of people watching, and they're free to interact and ask questions and stuff. So you're a 7-piece band that's been on the road. I'm sure you've got some stories about being on the road. What's the most interesting thing that's happened as a band on the road?
Interesting things that happen with a band. Well, there's always, I mean, scheduling is always a trick when you've got that many people. Just trying to, it's kind of like trying to put kittens in a cardboard box. You know, you put one in and two jump out, and then you put one in and two jump out. But well, somebody asked us this question the other day. I think sometimes just little pranks and stuff are always fun. I think we were talking about the mouse traps the other day.
Mousetrap was a good one.
So playing a theater one time, and during the intermission, so it was two halves of the show, and during the intermission, I went walking by and I saw a bucket full of mouse traps backstage of the theater, and I thought, So I took said bucket with one of the other guys and went out and proceeded to set mouse traps all around and on top of and just everywhere around the guitar pedal board, so that when we came out for the second half, the guitar player walks out, looks down, and is like, I can't touch anything because there's mouse traps everywhere without. So he's trying to get his foot in. And of course, when you have that many mouse traps set close to one another, once one goes off, they all go off. And yeah, it was pretty epic. That was good. That was one of my faves, that one.
And no one was hurt during the prank.
No one was hurt. No
mice were hurt during the prank.
No, during the production of that show.
Exactly.
So you're the prankster?
I mean, I suppose
Don't
I am.
even.
I guess I am.
Yes.
Although actually, you know what? Everybody kind of is a little bit. I mean, everybody's got quite a sense of humor. I remember we were coming home from a long drive one time, and we were getting something to eat at a McDonald's in the interstate somewhere, and I don't know why they had them, but they had these giant Ronald McDonald smiley lips that you could put on, and I remember Chappie showing up. He just comes walking up with his hoodie. He's got these lips tucked in, so he's got these giant smiley lips, and when you're tired, things that are funny are really funny.
We had been driving a very long time at that point.
We got into a bit of a hysteric fit at the McDonald's in wherever it was. I don't even know. And I'm sure they remember us though.
They're like, what are they smoking?
Yeah,
exactly.
Right? Like, but the McDonald's lips, those are spooky.
If we hadn't been so tired, I might have been creeped out by it, but it was too funny not to laugh.
Yeah.
Especially that particular guy in the band. He's just he's not much one for, he jokes a lot, but I don't know, the silliness it was too good.
It was good. I'm gonna see if I can find that picture at some point during this interview.
Maybe we can flash it up there. So talk to me about your writing process, because again, you're on a mission to keep this genre alive.
Yes.
So talk to me about the writing process. Where do you find inspiration?
Well, kind of anywhere, Stace? Like, I wouldn't say we have a definitive process. I think when it's Stacy and I, we have a tendency to just sort of, it comes out, and whenever and wherever we happen to be, if there's a good idea, it's like, oh, I got this. And Stacy will often make little voice memos in the car. I'll get voice memos, sent to me with a melody or maybe a couple of lines or something like that. Jimmy, sent us a thing out of the blue one night, just had 4 lines, and he's like, I don't know, is this stupid? I don't know if this is a good idea for a song or not. And which ended up being The Day You Left Me on the new record. Beautiful, beautiful song. I don't know, Stace, where do you get your inspirations from?
Oh my gosh, most of the inspiration that I get comes from I get a lot of stuff from podcasts, believe it or not. Like I listen to a lot of podcasts and audiobooks and things, and every once in a while I'll just hear somebody say something, and the way that they word it kind of strikes something in me, so I'll just write that little bit down. And for me, most of the time it ends up being little bits of things that if I go back, I can usually find a common thread, and I'm like, okay, those three are definitely the same, similar in the, and I just kind of put them in folders until, the musical melody comes to me. Other times it'll just come to me like, out of the blue. Take, for example, New Favorite Whiskey Song, one of the first song on the new record. That came literally out of nowhere. I was out on the deck and I sent it to our co-writer, Carrie DeMayer, and I was like, I got this idea. And I just don't know. I mean, I know it's not dumb, but it's not going to change it's not going to change the world. It's like, kind of a simple, silly thing. But, and I sang her the chorus that it just kind of popped out, it all starts with a hit, man. Can you make a 50? And then the first line that came to me was, I might sing Dwight Yoakey on the karaoke. And whoever thought that would end up in a song? And yet, there it is, chorus number 2. It's
Oh no.
yes, you found
Oh,
it.
It's
See,
funny.
it's still funny. It's still funny. I can't.
Still funny.
Oh my goodness.
I knew I'd find it.
Oh, good
I think-
job.
And you're all tired, and that comes walking in, man. That is good
Yeah,
stuff.
that pretty much floored me. I'm gonna say the
Oh.
Happy Chicken song actually came from a picture we had hanging in our kitchen for a while.
I
It's
know we
sad.
already talked about that.
Oh, did you talk about that already? Okay. So that's what I get for being late.
Yeah, yep. I wasn't gonna say it, but that's okay. I was late too because apparently, when you go to sign in to Rogers from a new thing that you haven't been to, sometimes it sends you just to Rogers to look at your bill, and then it gets a little confusing, and then you have to rush back, and then you have to keep looking. So that was totally my fault, but
We made it.
We all made it.
wah,
We all
wah.
made it. I leave my setup every week. Turn it on, off.
Absolutely, that would be the way to do it.
Every week there's something different.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Like, don't touch anything.
Believe it.
You know, I blame my producer, like Troy, if he's watching. Like
Oh,
every glitch is Troy. Where are you?
exactly.
Technology is great when it works.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah. When
Amazing.
it works, it's really good stuff. So we do have another song coming up. Let me see where we're going next.
Yeah.
And it is a live, but I don't see the name of it. Wait a minute. It just says Western Swing Authority, your third song. It doesn't give me the title.
Her song on the YouTube page?
And, that you gave me.
Oh, I don't. What have you played so far?
We played Roly Poly and Happy Chickens.
Then I think it is Swinging from the Rafters. I think is the one that you're.
I think it is.
All right.
And tell me about Swinging from the Rafters.
You go ahead.
Swinging from the Rafters was a song that we wrote with another guy that I play with up here in Canada by the name of Dean Brody, and he's a great songwriter, great visualist. He always paints a nice picture. And then when we cut the song, it was on Big Deal, so it was the album where we had all these different guests come on. I don't know if you guys talked about that at all or not, but we did an album where we had different musical guests come on, and they were either people that we'd worked with before or people that really inspired us. I mean, a couple of the names I think of in particular, we had Ray Benson from Sleep at the Wheel did a song with us on there, and then we had Jane Monheit, who's a great jazz singer, come on and sing a song with Stacy, which was great. And on this one, we had a guy by the name of Danny Michelle, who's quite well known up here. And I always tell this story because, and I don't have a prop for it, but
I don't have one either. I could probably go find one pretty quick though.
on my desk in the office, there's one. So when we did the track, Danny couldn't be in the studio with us at the time. And so I had to send him the track and he did his part later. And when he sent it back, it had this really neat effect on his voice. I remember he said, yeah, I went for this kind of Tom Waits kind of thing. And he sent it back and I was like, oh, that's really cool. And I said, and I was trying to figure out how he got that effect on his voice, because I thought, man, that's really neat. And I assumed it was some sort of studio trickery, some sort of, Pro Tools plugin or something like that. And so I called him and I asked him, I said, Danny, the track sounds great. I love what you did. I just want to ask you, what what did you do to your voice? How did you get your voice to sound like that? Such a cool effect. And he went, oh, that? He goes, I just sang it through a toilet paper tube. So now every time we do the song, I have to have a toilet paper tube to sing the first few lines of the song.
And I have to hold it.
Yeah, well, I can't play fiddle and hang on to a toilet paper tube at the same time. But
You know what? At first I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, I haven't seen that instrument before. And I'm looking at it and I'm looking at it.
I'm sure.
That's faster than that, isn't it? Like,
That's exactly what it is.
It's just a toilet paper tube. Who knew?
hey, musicians are a resourceful lot.
We do
That's
have to
right.
be, and they're easy to come by. So
I like it. It's low tech. You can find them everywhere. You forget to bring
easy to
yours.
sign
Okay.
and throw out at the crowd.
Yeah, that's right. Just like
Yeah,
Elvis.
that's nice. Everyone's like this.
Exactly. Catch it.
Right.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. I mean, you have 7 people on in your band and bringing up new ideas. Is it hard to get everyone on the same page? Is there someone that takes point with things?
No,
Jen and
actually,
I usually have the final say, but everybody's got great ideas in the band, and half of the fun is trying to figure out, which good idea rabbit hole to follow, right? So a lot of the time it takes a few runs through, and we try everybody's different ideas, and whichever one latches on and works the best, that's usually what we pick.
It's such a creative lot, right? So it's, I think in a lot of ways we'll bring a song to the table and then we'll have some ideas, but yeah, everyone sort of throws their hat in the ring, and that's usually where the best ideas come from, those, because that way everyone sort of gets their own little personality in there, because everyone in the band has different backgrounds musically.
Yeah.
Some guys are really steeped in country and bluegrass, and some guys are steeped in jazz and blues, and so it's so wherever they pull from, I think it makes it kind of neat. It gives it its own unique voice.
So
Well, and I think that's the best part about it. I mean, I think we would be remiss as a band if we didn't make sure we, capitalize on all those different influences.
Absolutely.
I think we really did that well with this album, especially, I think.
Yeah.
And it's coming through, even with people watching tonight. Chris says the fun you guys are having really, really translate into your music and what we're seeing in your videos. I don't know about you guys, but I love the practice. I love having talented musicians and doing those songs and like the ideas coming out.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny with this band, like when we first started playing, I will blow the secret now. It's like when the first gig we ever played, we had not all ever been in the same room at the same time, which was gutsy to say the least. But we had, we decided we wanted to do this, and then it was like, okay, where are we going to play? We found a place to play, and then when we got together for that first gig, it was just, we had a set list of songs. Let's do this song in this key, and because it was all covers in the beginning, and we just showed up. And so it really, after a while, we would play and little things would start to happen on stage, and somebody would do something and everyone was listening, and then they'd be, oh, that was kind of neat. And then they'd latch onto it, and all of a sudden it becomes this part, and it's this layered thing that happens. And a lot of the arrangement stuff has happened organically over the years. So it's, even with the new record already, there are things that are happening on stage that I'm noticing is like, oh, I wish we'd thought of this before. I would have done it when recorded. It's like, it's funny how you write the songs and then you record the record and then you go out and you play it. It feels like you should write the songs. You should tour the songs and play them a million times and then record it. And, but I think that's what's neat.
The other way around, though.
It is the other way around, and you're absolutely right. The songs really do evolve and have a life of their own on stage. Yeah. And you're right. There are different parts that, you realize that the audience is resonating here, and you latch on to this,
Totally.
And
that's exactly it.
That's the beauty of going to a live show, I think, too, because you can love an album and it's like, oh, I love this record. When you go see it live, to see what they do. How do they do it? How do they approach it live? I kind of love it when I go and it's not exactly like the record. I like when I see people take a different approach to a song. It's kind of neat.
But if you go we just had the discussion at my last rehearsal. They're like, we can't go too far because people who have learned it and love it from the studio, they're like, what did you do? It's not.
You have to keep it recognizable for sure.
Yeah.
It's a fine line.
Recognizable is a fine line.
So let's hear it now.
All right.
All right.
There's a place down by the water, muddy, muddy water by the trestle track, where the big band plays on Saturdays and the rum runs thick and fast.
Swinging from the rafters, boots and skirts and bolo ties. Come dance your girl through the curling smoke of this unholy sight. Swinging from the rafters, we wait all week long to go back in time just for a night when living like this was wrong. Swinging from the rafters, slide your feet to the fiddle and bass. When you run into the sheriff, don't you whisper about this.
Well, now Jimmy, he grows poppies in his field out back. Oh, but we don't talk about it, 'cause he's a dangerous cat.
Ooh, at his barn we party, steel guitar and lantern roll. The best big band in 5 counties, you ought to hear that drum.
Everybody's welcome, but you best not take the chance, 'cause if Jimmy finds you sneaking around, he's gonna
make you dance. You'll be swinging from the rafters. We wait all week long to go back in time just for a night when living like this was wrong. Swinging from the rafters, slide your feet to the fiddle and bass. When you run into the sheriff, don't you whisper about this place. And when you go to church on Sunday, don't you whisper about this place. No, no.
And we are back on the ranch. We are live again across 8 platforms tonight with the Western Swing Authority coming at you. If you would like to be, if there are any musicians out there, Americana country, if you want to be on the ranch, there's that little annoying ticker going across, randieoneal.com/shows. That's it. And you too can be on the ranch like the Western Swing Authority. And we're having some fun tonight swinging on the ranch. So thanks for being here. Now, those recordings are great. What is that, a live studio?
That one was in a live studio DVD. We made that probably right in the middle of COVID, would you say, Shane?
It was right in the middle of the pandemic because we couldn't go anywhere and play live. So we were like, well, we're going to make something so people can watch us at home.
Yeah, it's funny. I did the exact same thing. I went into the Ponderosa studio. And he's like, I'll stay on the one side, you stay on the other. And I just,
that's exactly
come in, move things around, and I do my thing. And
Yeah, all the camera people were all masked up, and we were masked until we were up on stage. So it was a pretty crazy time. I'm actually surprised we got to do it, but it was fantastic.
It was cool too because the place where we did is a place called Sherwood Music, and they have a production. They supply production for a lot of the shows that happen that come through town or anywhere near us. And of course, at that point, there was no stuff going on, so all those
were
guys
hurting
were
too.
sitting around and they were bored. So when we said we're going to come in and do this, they pulled out everything. They were like,
Oh,
"Oh
it
yeah,
was
we'll
so
put these
great.
strings and we'll do this and we'll do that," because they had it all sitting in the warehouse. And like, "Oh, this is going to be great." So it was very fun, and we got to probably use more stuff than we ever would have gotten to use in a live show because we
Totally.
didn't really have it all. But
I, also took advantage of COVID deals because things were sitting vacant and musicians wanted to work. So that's exactly why I went into the studio and did it.
That's
I
it.
thought when I was able to, I'd have a marketing video, I
Yeah.
did something, and I was getting deals on, stuff. I was able to go into rooms online that I would never, song circles were now online, and so I got to network.
That's it. I don't. COVID was a really difficult time for music and for musicians and for venues and venue owners. But there were a couple of interesting things that came out of it, and in terms of um, technology had to do a real big fast forward, and streaming has actually been a really neat tool for us because again, not a lot of our stuff gets a heck of a lot of radio support on terrestrial radio, and so it's been really interesting to watch the world open up over the past few years exponentially because of that COVID stuff. So, and I got to grow my hair out long. So, COVID has been a gift in different ways.
I was going to say that, because your hair was a lot shorter.
It was so short. I keep on looking at those videos and thinking, man, that was like many inches ago. But it actually wasn't. It was only a couple years. So it's like, yeah.
Oh, I just had a haircut. So.
No, very good. It's lovely.
My shaggy hair.
I love it.
very good.
So, what's up next for the Western Swing Authority?
Well, first we sleep, then world domination. No.
yeah, something like that.
Like that.
Again, I don't know what you've talked about when I was gone, but I mean this month in particular, the month of February has been quite busy with the album release, and we did a bunch of shows up here that we had a great time doing. We ended up in Austin, Texas for a little while as well for the Metropolitan Awards. So it's been quite busy. And then this week is actually the beginning of the radio promotions for the album. So, and so we've got a single going out to commercial radio, and then the album going out to campus and community radio across the board. And Sirius XM is also is going to be happening soon. So we've got a lot of that, and some press and things, and then booking some more shows. Actually, just before I logged in here, there was another show on the docket that I have to answer to, and so it's good. So we're just booking new shows. Well, the festival season will be coming up. We have our provincial awards shows coming up as well, and we always take part in that. In fact, we're usually, well, not usually, we're always, seems, we are the house band for that show. So we go and we play our song, but then we back 90% of the other artists that are on that show as well.
Oh, that's fun.
Very fun.
That is really fun. Yeah. And I know that, indie artists are best when they come together and they support each other. And I noticed a lot of bands going on the road are sharing musicians and cutting costs and, being able to do that. And that's amazing. That's the best networking going there when they're really supporting each other, and everyone wins then. The audience gets a good show, and everyone on stage is having fun.
And in a lot of ways, it makes it, a little bit more financially viable for some bands too, to be able to, share and share alike. Sharing is caring.
Right. Sharing is caring.
That's right.
Most occasions.
Especially when you're a big band and you've got 7 people.
Yeah, a lot
it's nice
of people.
If all those people can, they pick up a little extra work along the way is good.
A lot of mouths to feed.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
A lot of mouths to feed those late night trips to McDonald's.
Oh.
I don't know. You know, was living in New Jersey for a long time. Make any joke that you want, but all late nights, you'd wind up at a diner. The diners were 24 hours.
Oh, those are the best, though. I love diners.
And then you had your pizza fries or your disco fries, or assorted.
I don't know what are disco fries.
Okay,
I need you to
tell
tell
what
me
is
what
a
that is.
disco fry?
Okay, disco fries, they put gravy, mozzarella on top of the fries.
Oh, it's kind of like poutine.
Oh, that's like poutine here. That's what they call that here, gravy and cheese.
Poutine. It's like French fries with gravy and cheese curds.
Oh, cheese curds. Now, pizza fries have marinara sauce, mozzarella.
Okay.
So
I'm going to tell you about one other favorite type of fry, and we had this when we went to British Columbia, and I still have not made it, but they're called dirty fries. And it's fries with hot Cajun seasoning and honey drizzled over top.
Honey.
And it will change your life. They are so good.
I have a new respect for honey these days. I've discovered the different types of honey, like royal honey, which is like I'm obsessed with.
Yeah.
And lavender honeys and some of the flavored honeys.
It's such an amazing thing. Do you know it's one of the only things in your pantry that is shelf stable and will last forever? It will never go bad.
I actually made it's actually Ukrainian honey cake.
Oh.
Talk about
now you're speaking my language.
Talk about life changing.
Honey cake should be my nickname. Shane, write that down.
I got it.
Write a song.
I'll remember that.
Write a song, honey cakes.
You'll have a
Sugar
t-shirt
pie,
right away.
honey cake. You know that I love you.
The Archies.
That's it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll have a shirt made up for you.
We just have another minute to go. Where can people find you?
Oh my gosh, they can find us. This is the beautiful thing about the internet, is they can find us just about anywhere. But if you go to www.thewesternswingauthority.com, that will have links to everything, plus all the information and all the music, videos, etc. But also, obviously, on the social platforms, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, we're on, I guess it's X now, X, and then you can find us on all the streaming platforms. So we'd love it if you go and check out the new record, 12 to 6 Central. You can find it on Apple Music, on Spotify, Amazon, Tidal, all those places, iTunes. Yeah. And then of course you can get it directly from us, and it looks something like this. There it is right there.
No. You buy directly from the artist. The artist gets 100%.
This is true.
Go to their website first. If you can't find it, then download it from Spotify or iTunes or whatever. But if you can get it from an artist's website, that's always 100%. And there's a lot of people digging the honey.
I know. I'm telling you, these fries they're kind of it's earth shattering a little tiny bit.
Well, it has been great hanging on the ranch with you guys, the Western Swing Authority. When you have new stuff come up, you have my link. We'll bring you back.
All right.
Sounds great.
Everyone, what's going on?
Thanks so
Thanks
much
for having us on the show.
And everyone, thank you so much for watching out there on all our platforms, Blast Music 24/7. You're going to find a lot of other great artists there as well. So we're here every Monday night with indie Americana country music, and we'll see you guys around. You guys can hang out.
All right.
I'm on the road, don't know where it goes.